Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with an NFL main slate video. Listen, guys, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, smash it, punch it, kick it, elbow it, I don't care. And leave a comment down below. If we get 100 likes, 100 comments, I'm giving away a free 1-month DFS Club membership, guys. We gave one away the other day. I gave one away last night. So there's an incentive, and it just helps the channel. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors. Tell them, hey, this Skywalker guy, this show is pretty good. Tell everyone. Tell your baby's mamas. I don't care. Tell them all. So yeah, make sure you guys do that. And if you're so inclined, down below is a super thanks option. It's a heart, and next to it says thanks. You want to throw a couple dollars in the tip jar? It goes a long way. It helps out the channel. Schroeder's been replaced today. Schroeder's been replaced today. I'm bringing on a very special guest today. I'm excited. I know he's excited. Hopefully you guys get excited. So without further ado, guys, let's start the fucking show. All right, so before I bring him in, let's go over the super thankses from the last video. So again, if you donate and you give a super thanks to the channel, you get a special shout out in the next video. So we got to shout out the real ones, man. Let's see, Big Dave Barton with the $2 super thanks. Thank you, Dave, for the $2. That's 2 days in a row you've donated, my dude. I see you're winning a lot of money in here. So shout out to Big Dave. DFS Club member, and there goes my fucking voice already. Let me take a drink there. See if that helps. Jeez Louise. I sound like Stone Cold. Yeah. Then we got Big Don. Don Barbs with a $10 super thanks, says I was able to catch the podcast with you in space last night, and it paid dividends. I'm ready for NHL and NBA tonight. We'll see you at the top. So yeah, Big Don won, as I showed in last night's video, he won a lot of money last night. So shout out to Big Don. Thank you so much for the $10 super thanks. And Catcher AD with $1.99. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Each and every day you're donating, dude. And I never take it for granted, man. Thank you so much. Going to a great cause, going to the channel, keeping the lights on, keeping Schroeder fed. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for the super thanks. And if you want your time to shine, just drop a super thanks down below, and you get your special time, guys. So also, one last thing, guys. If you want to join the club, right now we're killing it. Right now, the UFC card just ended. I won 20 times, guys. I won 20 times my entry fees today. I played 3 lineups. Sorry, I played 4 lineups today. I gave them out to the club. 20x the entry fee. Absolutely beautiful. What a way to start off our Saturday, guys. You want to come join the club. You get all my lineups, ownership, projections, top stacks. You name it, guys. We play every single sport. DFS space, my brother, myself, Skywalker DFS. I just checked, guys. We're like 770 members. 770. And we play every sport, guys. Everything. We got 5 sports going on right now as we speak, including college sports. And feast your eyes on the slideshow. If you think I'm full of shit, you think it's a scam, it's this or that. Guys, we're $14 a month. That's a freaking Happy Meal. Right? How many times you go through that drive-through at Burger King a week? And that's a 1-month DFS Club membership right there. We got $100,000 winners in here, $50,000, $60,000 winners in here, guys. All you got to do is click join now. Make sure you click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, so we get credit up in here. And guys, so here's our plans. Like I said, we're $14 a month. You can go the silver and our gold plan. Our gold plan is cheaper than everybody else's monthly plan. And that's for a full year. We got 3-day passes. We can cover prize picks, sports wagering, prop bets. Like, there's everything. We cover it all, guys. Stop taking the fucking bus. Don't get me started. Diamond ring wearing, limousine riding, jet plane flying. Woo! Staying in the biggest suites in the tallest buildings, guys. This is us. This is the DFS club wearing Armani suits. These alligators are trying to hold me down. That's my best Ric Flair impression. Come join the winning team, guys. DFSclub.com. Woo! 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 And come and get it. Come join the team. All right, guys. So this is a very special moment for myself. I've been trying to get this man on here for forever. Guys, you'll normally find him at the place where the men take their clothes off. You know what I'm saying? This is where you normally find this guy. But I found him. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my very special guest, my little brother, guys. That's right, I have a little brother. Say what's up to Mike. Mike, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up? I'm not sure if I'm your little brother, but I guess I am.
By age, anyway.
Yeah, at least by age. 2 times your size other than that.
I'm thinning down, bro. I'm getting muscle, but I'm slimming down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on that level, cuz.
No, you're putting on the work, bro. You're putting in the work for sure. The only thing I got in my mouth is a turkey leg.
It's Thanksgiving coming up too, man.
John Madden's turkey leg.
That's right. Dude, so this is your first appearance, bro, on any fucking program. So thanks for coming on, dude. I've been trying to get you on here for a while, and I know you got some insight that you can help out, especially the FanDuel players. Mike only plays FanDuel, so yeah, it's a win-win for everybody. So everyone in the comments, welcome Mike to the show, and let's get into this shit. So let's bring up Draft Dashboard, guys. Let's see here, and we're gonna go position by position. And let's fix the screen here. Okay, cool. If you guys want to try out Draft Dashboard, it's $1. Make you holla. Me love you. Long time deal. Click on the link in the description below. If the link isn't working, send me an email, skywalkerdfs@gmail.com, guys. So let's start at quarterback, Mike. All right, so first up, so we all know the Buffalo-Cleveland game got moved from Buffalo. Where'd they move it to? They moved it to a dome. Oh, Detroit. So they'll be playing in Detroit because the snow got too bad in Buffalo. So this is now a dome game. So Josh Allen at 8.5K on DraftKings, $700 more on FanDuel. Looks like he's in a great spot. Going up against that Cleveland defense. Like, my goodness. Pretty good play, guys. Pretty good cash play. Right now, he's getting 13% ownership. It's really close between him and Justin Fields right now as far as ownership goes. So him and Fields are good cash plays. Lamar Jackson did not practice on Friday. This could be huge. I hope he plays because I have Mark Andrews in my season-long fantasy leagues, but I'm not going to get to Lamar this week because we got Josh Allen right here. We got Jalen Hurts at 8-2 going up against that Indy defense, who they're pretty good. But you got to believe that the Eagles are going to come out fast and furious after taking the L, their first L last week. So at 8.2K, he's $600 more on FanDuel. He's in play, but he's only 7% owned, so I'd say more of a tournament play. And then my man Justin Fields, you guys know, I've been on him the last 2 weeks. He's 7.6, so you're gonna save about what $900 if you play him instead of Josh Allen. He's $1,100 more on FanDuel. So him and Josh Allen are kind of almost the same on FanDuel. So, but like double ups, head to heads. Justin Fields, Josh Allen, flip a coin, guys. I like Justin Fields better. He's got the better matchup. It's the Atlanta defense. They're ranked 25th in the league against quarterbacks, guys. And he's a running back, quarterback, and yeah, big things, man. So I love him at 7.6. Joe Burrow's in play at 6.8, going up against Pittsburgh. He's already faced them this year and got 26 fantasy points. It was earlier in the year. The only thing that worries me is Watt is back, so Watt's going to be on that ass, you best believe. And so he could have a tougher time, although I do think Watt was out there the last time they played because it was earlier in the season. So, but yeah, Joe Burrow's in play for a tournament play. Dak Prescott against Minnesota, 6.6K on DraftKings, $900 more on FanDuel, 21, 26, and a 12 in his last 3 since he's been back. So not too bad. 8% owned right now. this Dallas-Minnesota game should just be a high-scoring affair. I would assume. And then for a cheaper play, I got Daniel Jones for you guys. 5.7K. $2,100 more on FanDuel. So FanDuel's got him priced up. DraftKings is only 5.7. He gets the best matchup on the slate. As far as matchups goes, Detroit gives up the most fantasy points in the league to quarterbacks. So I do like Daniel Jones. He's 7% owned right now, so a great tournament play. And then Kirk Cousins, if you want to take a stab at 6-1 against that Dallas defense, Kirk Cousins is just very safe. 21, 17, 25, 17, 23 fantasy points in his last 5. He's not going to dud on you. So if you're looking for safety, he's a decent option at 6-1. Mike, what were you kind of looking at this week for quarterbacks?
So for FanDuel, I mean, I think I'm definitely have to go for Justin Fields. It's my top. He's, like I say, he's cheaper than Allen. Luckily, Allen got moved to indoors, but I have to go. I have to go Justin Fields right now. In my league, I don't have time to play with the risks because we're getting tattoos in my league. So I got to go with what's solid. No chances.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Mike's in a league, and the loser of his league has to get a tattoo. We won't say what the tattoo is going to be, but it's pretty pretty legit. So, and Mike's a FanDuel player too. So, all right, cool, bro. Any other quarterbacks you're looking at as maybe like a second option?
Yeah, no, my second option, I'm tinkering between Burrow and Prescott. I like them both. Um, I think it would be Burrow would be my number 2. And I've messed around with some lineups with Burrow, and I like that because he is so much cheaper on FanDuel. But it's hard to overlook what Fields is doing. He's nonstop, putting up 40 burgers every week.
Who would you rather play, Fields or Josh Allen this week?
I mean, I would like to play Josh Allen always, but especially in a dome. But for me, I need to save that money and spread the wealth around. Because Fields, there's not really a stack with him that I see. So Fields is like a standalone guy almost, other than maybe Montgomery. But when you do go Allen, you got the receivers to go with it.
True. Yeah, it's all about stacking. I mean, I've taught you well, young grasshopper, but yeah, it's all about stacking, guys. So I get it. It's so much easier to stack with Fields than with Josh Allen when it comes to price tags. So, you ready to go to running backs, Mike?
Let's do it.
All right. So off the tops, guys, we got Saquon Barkley, dude, against Detroit. 8.9K on DraftKings, $800 more on FanDuel. This man rushed 35 times last week. Now, I don't think he's going to rush that many times against Detroit because this quarter, Daniel Jones is just going to be free to air it out. However, he'll probably go back down to like 20. I mean, but he's still a great play. 26, 15, 21, 19, 20. He's the most expensive running back on the slate, but it is against Detroit, guys. I'm looking at Joe Mixon again, 7.4K. And the one good thing we can really look at with this Cincinnati-Pittsburgh matchup is they've already played each other this year. So we kind of got a sneak peek. Joe Mixon coming off that 58 fantasy point game they got the bye, so last game, 22 rushes, 5 targets. He was on the field for 72% of the snaps. Last time against Pittsburgh, he got 22 fantasy points. So 22, I mean, that'll work for 7-4. I think Mixon's kind of cheap this week, guys. Right now at 18% ownership. So if you guys will notice, like running backs this week, the ownership is pretty close. So I think that's where tournaments are going to be won and lost this week. Then we got Ramondre Stevenson against the Jets, 6.7K. Go Jets, by the way. Shout out to Tim. 18% ownership. He's got 15, 16, 11 rushes, but he's basically a wide receiver, guys. You're getting a running back and a wide receiver. The targets, 8 targets in his last 3 games. He's out there for 66% of the snaps. And against the Jets, the first time around, he got 21 DraftKings points. So for 6-7, I think that's pretty good value. Dameon Pierce for Houston, he ain't coming off, man. This guy gets all the production. Brandon Cooks is just like giving up. Dameon Pierce, he runs, man, with anger. 6.5 is not bad. $1,100 a little more on FanDuel. 13, 17, 14, just a very safe play. Like a good like tournament, not tournament, but like a double up cash game play. Dameon Pierce looks solid at 6'5". Like I said, 63% of the snaps, and he gets 55% of the touch rate. So if he's on the field, chances are he's going to be getting the ball. So I love Dameon Pierce. I'm never playing David Montgomery ever again. He's just washed. Fuck, dude. Like,
Dude, I got him in my lineup this week, I think.
oh,
I took that same chance with it. I know what you mean. Fuck.
dude, he's been in some good situations. And look at this shit.
I
5,
know.
5,
Yeah.
10, 12. It's just like, it's just Justin Fields, man. Jeez
I know.
Louise. How about
Yeah.
this Baltimore backfield, though? So we got Kenyon Drake, but I don't know. We don't know yet. We haven't heard yet if the Gus Bus is returning. I thought he was. Now he's questionable. So, I mean, whoever starts in the backfield for Baltimore looks great against this Carolina defense, who's ranked 28th in the league. Right now, Drake is 5.9K, 25 and 17. I'm not talking about the other Drake either, who whenever he makes a bet on a UFC fight, he jinxes the fighter. They lose every single time. Did you see that, Mike? Every time Drake places a bet for a fighter, they lose. He did it even for Israel Adesanya, and he
That
lost.
was bound to happen anyways, though. And that guy's number is owned by him. That was
uh,
going to happen regardless.
Drake is the worst gambler I've ever seen in my lifetime. But this is Kenyon Drake, guys, 5'9". Whoever starts for that backfield for Baltimore, they're firmly in play. Especially if Lamar Jackson's kind of hobbled a little bit, he might hand off the ball more. So you got to take that into consideration. Devin Singletary, this is that time of year where he really cranks it up. 5.8K. He gets that Cleveland defense ranked 30th in the league, guys, against running backs. They give it up like my baby's mama gives it up to the neighborhood. 5.8. He's $600 cheaper on FanDuel. Love that FanDuel price. 13, 8, 14 rushes. Yeah, I mean, not very consistent. He'll get some targets if he can hang on to the ball. He does drop a lot of dump offs, but Singletary's in play at 5'8". Then we got Josh Jacobs, 7.5K. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's against Denver. They have a great defense. I get it. Coming off a 23 fantasy point game. However, here's another matchup where we had a sneak peek of what he did the first time around. Last time against Denver, guys, he got 38 fantasy points this year. 38. Because Derek Carr can't throw a fucking football. So why not just give it to Josh Jacobs? It's going to be a low scoring game. Let's see. You got 21, 17. I mean, it's his backfield. He's out there for what? 73% of the snaps at a 47% touch rate. I got to go with Josh Jacobs this week. The ownership is high at 21%. So I'm not the only one seeing this. Cordell Patterson against Chicago looks pretty good at 6.2K. Coming off a abysmal game. But it's that Chicago defense, guys. Everybody runs all over him. No, but 4% ownership right now. He's out there for 74% of the snaps. I know he's old, but damn, that's a lot of time. He's out there doing everything at a 46% touch rate. So yeah, I don't mind the Cordell Patterson. You know, it's a tournament play at best. And then these Washington running backs. So you got Gibson at 5'6". You got Brian Robinson at 5'3". I'm gonna take Brian Robinson. It looks like his leg is 100%. If you guys didn't watch him rush the ball last week, he was taking the whole offensive and defensive line with him. Nobody could tackle him. I'm like, whoa, okay, this is the Brian Robinson we've been waiting for. Guys, he gets Houston this week. They give up the most fantasy points to running backs out of any team. So he's right now at, I don't know what his ownership is, but right now Gibson's at 10%. Between the two, I'm going Brian Robinson. Like, I loved what I saw out of him last week. And then again, if Gus Edwards starts, he's 5.5K. You can throw him in there. I don't know, Mike. You think Najee's worth a shot at 5.5 this week?
No, not at all. Not at all. I wish so because he's a hometown boy, but
Yeah,
he's struggling over there with that the entire offense. So he's not producing what he needs to.
it's not his fault. It's you got nobody blocking for you. What are you gonna do?
I mean, Pittsburgh's always been a notorious rushing team too, right? So no
Yep,
matter what running back they threw back there was an absolute beast until they left, and then they sucked. But Najee does
exactly.
this. But my other hometown boy, I really like. I like Joe Mixon a lot this week. Um, he's playing against a terrible run defense, giving up fantasy points left and right. The only hang up on that is I think they're projected to have a low scoring game, right? I think like 40 points. So, but it's probably gonna be almost all 40 coming from Cincy. So I definitely like Mixon, another hometown boy.
Yeah, that's right, dude. He is too.
Yep.
He's too cheap this week too, man. Way too
Yeah,
cheap.
he
Any
is.
other running backs that you might be eyeballing, like two other ones that you might be thinking about playing on FanDuel this week?
No, my other one that I really love is the Robinson. I love that play. Um, for that price, like you said, he's a dog. He's coming out there, he's looking healthy, and that's going to be their go-to for him. Um, I think those are my two right now that I'm messing with. I'm not a fan of Jacobs still. I know what you're saying. He put up a 38 last time or what you said, but they made adjustments since that week, and I don't see him doing the same.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you fade Jacobs this week and he duds, man, you're already going to be ahead of the field.
But
Because
Singletary's for sure. Singletary's for sure in my lineup. He's one I'm not taking out this week. Like you said, this is his time. He's coming through. That offense is going to light it up in every aspect of the game, and so yeah,
in that FanDuel price, dude,
yeah. No, he's what 6,400 in Fanduel,
that's
cheap.
crazy cheap.
So if you stack him with Robinson, you know you're saving hella money.
True.
You
So
could do
when
the
you when you
you could do
when
the
you make
Buffalo
your
stack.
lineup, Mike, when you make your lineups, where do you normally start your construction? Do you normally start at quarterback or running back, wide receiver? Like, what's your strategy for FanDuel?
For FanDuel, I mean, my first thing is always the over under. Looking at how many points we're about to put up this week, and then yeah, quarterback. Um, I think quarterback, and then I mix that in with what receiver is going to go off, and if I can get a running back in there too who's cheap. So like Singletary is extremely cheap this week. So if you can save money there, stack the whole Buffalo offense, you're going to go off.
All right, well, there you go, FanDuel players. Let's look at wide receivers, dude. Well, as usual, there's always lots to choose from. And I like to correlate at least one, I'd say two if you can, pass catchers with your quarterback. Because I think if you don't, you're kind of leaving money out there. That's how I look at it. So, first up, dude, we got Justin Jefferson at 9.1K going up against that Dallas defense. The 22nd in the league against wide receivers. Man, what I don't know how he made that catch last week. The last two catches threaded the needle. Did you
Hey,
see that?
that announcer video you sent me though,
Yeah.
that says it all right there. If everyone could watch that, oh great.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, someone had a camera on the announcer for Minnesota last week. They had a camera on, and he was going crazy. So, oh my
Fucking,
gosh, I can't believe he caught that.
we're gonna win.
I don't know how Minnesota does it, dude. I don't, every week they do this, you know,
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, Jefferson play at 9-1. If you're gonna do a Minnesota stack, if you're gonna play the quarterback, put Jefferson with them. Stephon Diggs, 8.3K. If you're playing Josh Allen, it's probably a good idea to play Diggs with him. 28, 14, 26 in his last three. This Cleveland defense is not very good, guys. So there's an option. You're playing Dak. You best play CD Lamb at 7.5K. Minnesota's ranked 29th in the league. So they give it up. They're almost dead last. They give up almost the most fantasy points to wide receivers. And CD Lamb is, Dak's, I'd say, second favorite next to Schultz. But Schultz is more of a safety blanket. But CD Lamb's in play at 7.5. Coming off a 41 fantasy point game, 15 targets,
22
92%.
22% owned.
Yep.
Everyone knows it's about to go off. That's a big number.
I might fade that, dude,
Hmm.
just to be different.
Yeah. Not in my league, but what you
Yeah.
do, yes.
Good cash play though, like your league, like
Hmm.
smaller
Hmm.
contests, head to heads, that type of stuff. Yeah, it's a great play.
Absolutely.
92% of the snaps, dude. He got 92% last week. He didn't leave the field. And then we got Amon St. Brown from Detroit, guys, 7.2K. Finally, finally came through last week with 25 fantasy points, 11 targets. He even rushed the ball one time. 70% of the snaps. As long as he's not getting concussed, he should have a big game against the Giants. Giants, though, they're actually pretty good defensively against
Mhm.
wideouts, third in the league. So I don't know if I'll get there, but he's getting a lot of ownership. GPPs, these are the guys you want to fade. Like tournaments, you want to get the lower arm guys with just as much upside. I mean, if you're gonna go the Joe Burrow way, you got Higgins and Tyler Boyd, but Gabe Davis too, 6.3K. He's cheaper than Diggs. If you can't afford to get the Diggs, you can always go the Gabe Davis route at 6.3 if you're pairing him up with Josh Allen. 9 targets last week, 21 DraftKings points. It's just his floor is scary. He's either going to get you a 20 or a 30, or he's going to get you a 5. So play at your own risk, man. Play at your own risk. Darrell Mooney, I always pair him up with Fields. He's only 5.4K on DraftKings, $600 more on FanDuel. He's a safe play. He'll get anywhere from 4 to 8 targets a week. He's on the field for 88% of the snaps. Um, a lot of hype coming in behind him this year, too. And he's due for that ceiling game. So, obviously, Atlanta, we're going to pick on Atlanta this week. 31st in the league against wide receivers, guys. So, they really give it up to him. So, I like Mooney at 5.4, especially if you're going to play Justin Fields. That just gives you more salary to play with. Darius Slayton, I love this week. 5K. I think Wandale Robinson's going to miss their star rookie this year. Slayton's been amazing. Now the targets are he's kind of like feast or famine, 6 to 4 targets a game. He's only on the field for 52% of the snaps, but he's getting the ball, guys. Double-digit fantasy points 4 out of his last 5 games. 19, 12, 15, that 3, and then a 14. And you get Detroit, guys. So you best believe this could be a very sneaky play at only 4% right now. Playing Daniel Jones, I'm playing Darius Slayton with him. Terrence Marshall for Carolina at 4.4K. I think that's really cheap. He's been coming on lately. 13, 14, and a 5. But if you're only paying 4.4, that's about what you need. 60% of the snaps. DJ Moore is just like you're gonna pay it for DJ Moore, and he's just I don't know, man. 7.4. You're getting the same results. DJ Moore's 5.7. Terrence Marshall is 4.4. So I'd rather take a shot at Marshall. He's only 1% owned too, as opposed to DJ Moore 9%. So it's more of a leverage play for me. Nico Hollins from Houston, you can take a shot here. He's only 4.1. You guys know I like to bring the value. 10 targets last week. Coming back, they threw him right back in, man. 10 targets, 16 fantasy points. Going up against that Washington defense, yeah, you best believe Nico Collins is going to get his. He's $1,800 more on FanDuel. 70% of the snaps he was on the field, guys. I like it as a sneaky play. Sneaky. Terry McLaurin, 5.9K. Hell, if you want to do a Washington sack this week, like, I don't blame you. They look good. They beat the brakes off of Philly. Now, granted, they're going to be on the road. The Houston defense is pretty decent against wideouts, but Terry McLaurin's cheap. He's only 5.9K, $1,400 more on FanDuel. And Tyler Heineke's finally throwing him the ball. Like nobody was throwing him the ball before. You got the new quarterback in there. And I think that's cheap, Mike. What do you think?
Yeah. No, it's insanely cheap.
Yeah. 93% of the snaps, dude, he was on the field. He didn't take a break. So I love Terry McLaurin this week. If you want to do a Washington stack, I don't know if I have the stones to do that, but look at the ownership. 14%. So I'm not the only one seeing this. Mike's not the only one seeing this. And then Jacoby Myers is back. He's 5'5". New England's, I say their number one option at wideout. 8, 21, 11 in his last three. But last time against the Jets, guys, this season he got 21 DraftKings points. So at 5.5K, he's a really safe play, especially for the salary of 5'5". 85% of the snaps he's out there. So don't mind him as a one-off. I sure as hell am not going to do a New England stack though. He's just a good one-off cheap play. You can take a shot at Jahan Dotson too. I mean, the catches this guy's makes is crazy. These one-arm catches and shit, man. He's only 4.4. He came back last week. They kind of eased him in. Got one target. But we know Dotson, we saw him earlier this year getting touchdowns, 50-yard freaking receptions. You want to take a shot, he's cheap. He's only 4.4, $1,500 more on FanDuel, only 2% owned. We'll see, though. I mean, they're kind of just easing him back in after the injury. But, I mean, I would think he'd be good to go this week. And then for the Rams, I hate to say this, dude, but Matthew Stafford is in. And Matthew Stafford loves to hit. He loves to throw the white guys, dude. He
Fucking
does.
does.
He
Fucking
does.
Patriots guy.
Yeah,
He should
right.
have been a Patriots quarterback.
He should have. But Ben Swarnick. So no Cooper Cup. He's gone. Unfortunately. But Ben's only 3.9K. He might get him. He might get him mixed up with Cooper Cup out there. He got 7 targets last week. That's huge. 7 targets. He only got 3 DraftKings points, but man, you give him 7 targets again, he can definitely get you double digits. He's out there for 81% of the snaps. Now, for all the Rams wideouts, I'd say he's my favorite. My favorite leverage play, only at 5% right now. I think it's a sneaky play, man. You might get him confused for Cooper Cup, dude. And that's all I got at wide receiver. What were you looking at over there on FanDuel, Mike, for wide receivers this week?
I mean, the obvious plays, the Jeffersons, the Diggs, the Lambs. I think you almost have to play Lamb. I feel like that's that kind of week where he's gonna go off. He's gonna do big things and a for sure thing. I really like. I know you like Davis. You talk about Davis. I almost like McKenzie. I think McKenzie's even cheaper, and he has a decent amount. He's that guy. He could get you, 10, or he can get you 0, but he's extremely cheap. Um, so if I was going to save some money, I would look at McKenzie this week.
That's a good leverage play too, dude. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean he's consistently in there. He's not going to get you 30, but he's always around 10 somewhere, and he's dirt cheap. What is he this week? 5,300. So, it's pretty damn cheap considering what this offense is about to do this week.
See, Mike, that's why I've been wanting to bring you on the show because you bring the heat, bro. Like I wouldn't have thought of that.
Right.
McKenzie, I mean, yeah, that's a very sneaky play, bro.
Yeah. If you look at his targets, I mean, they're around. You can scroll down, but I think they're like a minimum of 4. But he's also a deep threat, right? He's gonna take
He
off
does
his little
everything.
speeds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does everything. Little slot
he's a
routes, deep routes.
speedster, hell speed. So he's gonna turn it into something
I'm gonna pull him up here.
hella cheap. Keep scrolling.
They don't
Jake,
even fucking have him on here, bro. The only one they put up was fucking Pacheco. Oh wait, here he is. So yeah, he's 4.4K on DraftKings. 5 targets, 3 targets, 1 target. 55% of the snaps he gets. So
yeah,
4-4.
He's decent for being extremely cheap. Like I said, if you're gonna do that stack, he's a good way to be able to do that stack and save some money.
That's a beauty. Yeah, I like that idea. That's even better.
It
So
would,
you can go.
it would allow you to
You
get quarterback, receiver, running back. you know, you stack the Bills. I think Bills are gonna be the highest scoring game this week.
maybe you do like McKenzie and Knox with them instead of like Gabe Davis and
Yeah,
I mean, if you can get a stack just right, guys, that's how you win the $1 million. That's how you win the tournaments. Like If you can get these stacks just right, that's the key.
Mhm.
So let's go over to tight ends. As usual, for some reason this season, tight ends are just so damn cheap. This is where the value is, man. We'll start it off with TJ Hawkinson, 5.3K. He's going to have a tough matchup against Dallas. They shut down tight ends. They're second in the league. So I'm not going to get to him, but he's in play. Dalton Schultz, he's only 4.3K, $1,600 more on FanDuel. Yeah, this is the security blanket for Dak. 5, 7, and 8 targets, double-digit fantasy points, 17, 13, 10 since Dak's been back. 74% of the snaps, guys. So, like Dalton Schultz, I like Cole Kmet, 4.1K. Justin Fields loves him too. 23 and 22 in his last two, man. He's getting more fantasy points than Mooney, and he's cheaper. Targets are there, 6 and 7 targets in his last two. Cole Kmet's just getting open. So I do like him. And one thing I do love playing against the Raiders are tight ends. Tight ends just tear up the Raiders. We got Greg Dulcich looking like fucking Weird Al Yankovic, but he's only 3.8K, dude. Coming off now, this is a little deceiving. This 4 targets and 2 fantasy points. He was wide open for 2 deep plays last week, and Russell Wilson couldn't get him the ball. Wide open, they would have been gone 6, gone 6. So don't people that just box score watch, don't be deceived by this. For 3.8K against the Raiders, yeah, man, he should absolutely smash this week. Mark Andrews for 6.8, he's a pay up worth considering if Lamar Jackson's going to be in. Again, if Lamar Jackson's going to be hobbled, he might not be so inclined to run all the time. He's going to look for Mark Andrews. So at 6.8, right now at only 8% ownership, because no one's going to pay up at tight end this week with no Kelsey. Yeah, not a bad look. It's good to see him back, though. I have him in my season long. And then another Caucasian person for the Rams, Tyler Higbee, 4K. I mean, he got 8 targets last week, 15 fantasy points. However, New Orleans is number 1 in the league against tight ends. They shut them down, all of them. But Stafford's going to have to throw to somebody, man. So I don't mind them right now at 9%. Like everybody's like 9%, 9 and 10% right now. So Higbee's an option as a one-off. Like I'm not doing a Ram stack. Foster Monroe, 3.7K is kind of cheap. I got 4 targets, 5 targets, 9 targets in his last 3, 13, 5, and 9. 3.7 against Denver. Sure, I think Derek Carr is going to have to dump off the ball because Denver's defense is legit. Their offense, not so much, but their defense is pretty fucking good. Let's see. And then Tyler Conklin's my sneaky one, man. 3.4K. Last time they've already played, they played New England earlier this year. It was a couple weeks ago, actually. That's when Conklin got his 26 fantasy points. People are going to box score watch and be like, oh, he got 2, he got 26, he got 6. He's out there for 80% of the snaps. I like him this week. Zach Wilson threw to him a lot against New England last time. So New England is 27th in the league against tight ends. So Conklin is my sneaky play of the week. He's only 3% owned right now, and he's cheap. He's 3.4K, $1,600 more on FanDuel. Jack Stoll. So I was telling Mike before we came on, Dallas Goedert is out. So if you want a bare minimal like punt play, you can put him in your utility spot and play another tight end. He should be the dude for Jalen Hurts. He's only 2.5K on DraftKings. He's $1,900 more on FanDuel. At least we know he's playing this year. He's been targeted every week, 40% of the snaps. That's going to go up. 2 and 2 fantasy points. But if you have no Goddard, this dude's athletic. I mean, he we're out there. I'm predicting it right now. I think he gets a touchdown this week. Give me Jack Stoll at 2.5, guys. I'm bringing you the value. And then you can always go Kyle Granson. You guys watch my videos every week. You know he's my favorite punt tight end for Indy. How about Indy, man? They got the new coach. They got Saturday in there. And he gave a very inspiring speech this week that I saw. He was a high school football coach, and they brought him in out of nowhere. And he comes in, Indy gets the win. So Kyle Granson got 4 targets last week, 10 fantasy points. Out there for 46% of the snaps. They don't really have a solid tight end one, so for Indy, so I do like Granson for cheap, just like every week, guys. He's a good like go-to like punt play. Any particular tight ends that you're eyeballing this week, Mike?
I mean, obviously, I think I want to get Schultz in any way I can, just because, like you said, it's a safe blanket. He's for sure safe. He's going to be targeted. Um, I like Dolchis for sure. Um, Raiders are absolutely trash in every aspect of defense, and it
Amen.
has been since I've been alive. Nothing's changed. Um, Fucking cover two, garbage. Um, but like Fryermuth, I like him. That offense sucks. The only issue with them is they don't get in the end zone, but he still manages to get almost 10 points every week. Like he's super cheap. He's extremely cheap until you talk about Stoll. Like I didn't even know that was coming in. So that's something I'm definitely going to look at. But for cheap, I like Frymouth. He's 5,400. And I love, like you can stack Frymouth with Schultz and we're rolling with decent points, for hella cheap. And I can buy up everywhere else.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. So Mike's got a good knowledge for football too. Mike was a high school football coach himself. So Mike sees these things, so I brought him on here. And yeah, Mike, let me know if you watch tape on this this new tight end for the Eagles. Let me know what you think tonight. Throw me a text.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I didn't even until you told me earlier. Now I'm like intrigued. So I need to go out and look at that because someone's got to fill those shoes, right? And obviously
Yeah,
he's athletic. He's still getting targeted, even though he's not starting. So now that he's the main guy, it could be extremely good. I like that call.
awesome. All right. Well, defenses. I mean, I don't pay up for defense. Like I refuse. I think it's a waste of salary. I got a couple for you. I got the Panthers defense against Baltimore and the Raiders defense against Denver because they're under 2.5K. I don't know about you, Mike. Mike, do you pay up for defenses on fantasy?
Never. And as much shit as I hate the Raiders defense, you're still going against a terrible quarterback right now over at Denver. You don't know what the fuck you're going to get with that team on offense. So
Mhm.
why pay up and you can get a defense? Raiders can get the job done. They can get a sack or two. Crosby can come off the end and get a sack, get a point here and there. But I'm going Raiders this week for sure.
I think I am too. I mean,
You,
it's Russell Wilson, man, and that offense is just
hmm?
they're probably not as bad or worse than the Raiders offense.
And Mason Crosby is going to get a freaking sack or two. You know,
But
he's
here's the thing too with defense is like any defense
points.
can get a pick six. Anyone.
Raiders probably can't, but yeah, they fucking sure can't. They just watch the receivers go by them all day long. But they still got a decent front who can get the sacks and get points different ways or a fumble. You never know what you're going to get on that side, especially with that Denver offense. So inconsistent. You don't know what even Raiders may get an interception with Russell Wilson. I have no idea who this guy is, but he's not anything I've ever known.
True. All right, so that's it for the plays, but let's talk about stacks real quick, Mike. So I want to know your favorite stack, your second favorite stack, and then who do you think would be your sneaky stack of the week?
Hmm.
Or you
I haven't
want me
dove
to?
into that. I haven't
Okay.
dove into it that much, but my definitely favorite stack is for sure Buffalo. Um, like like that play with the mention with the McKenzie. There's a way to get that Buffalo stack fully up, and you can get everyone you need on that offense because they're going to go off. So sneaky stack. Ooh, I don't know. I'd be love to pick your brain. Shit, this is what I come to you for. I pick your brain and then I argue with you about it because I'm the little brother. So you know, I gotta have the
Yeah,
last say.
pretty much. So yeah, I like Buffalo like everyone else. Dallas is popular. Dallas is another good one. Cincinnati's another good one. Sneaky stacks, I'd probably say Washington for me, and then super sneaky, the Giants, New York Giants against Detroit. Save some money.
I don't know if it's even that sneaky though, because Detroit's that bad, and they got some playmakers in over there in New York, believe it or not.
Well, they do, but I mean, it's just like is it gonna be Saquon Barkley all day, or that's why I say it's risky,
Yeah. No, yeah,
because
no, for sure.
it's always the unexpected, the Joe Schmoes and the Bob Smiths that get in the end zone that screw up everybody's lineups, and then they're like, man, why don't I have this guy? So
Yeah. Yeah,
well, Mike,
Barkley for sure. He's gonna run the show over there.
what's that?
So Barkley's gonna for sure run the show over there this week. They're not stopping
Oh
him.
yeah, nobody. The only thing gonna stop him is him.
Hmm.
So, Mike, that's gonna do it, man. You gotta don't forget, guys, dfsclub.com. Come join the winning team. Go to dfsclub.com, click join now, click my logo, pick your plan, and you're in, guys. You get all my lineups, ownership projections, top stacks, all that stuff for the price of a freaking Whopper freaking meal, a Big Mac meal, same price. And I know you guys are doing it 2-3 times a week. Some people I got a story about Mike and Tim and Frankie one time. I went through a McDonald's drive-through, but we'll save that for the next video or something.
That's a record, bro. It has to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for sure.
They had to pull over. They ordered so many cheeseburgers. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, and guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to leave a super thanks down below, again, you get your special time to shine in the next video. And I want to thank Mike so much for coming on. I've been wanting him on here for a very long time. He has a lot of knowledge about football, especially, like I said, he's coached a lot of kids that are in college, especially a certain Kyle Harmon right now who's playing for San Jose
Well,
State. Like,
hey,
Mike, throw it up,
45
throw it up.
minutes. Let's go.
Mike's got an eye for especially football, so I've been really wanting to bring him on here and get his respect on all this stuff. So, Mike, the floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out? Anyone you want to say hi to? Take it away, man.
No, just thank you for having me on here. I know it was last minute. With our schedules, we were able to make it happen. The only thing I gotta say is go San Jose State and Kyle Harmon, NFL next year, baby.
Yeah, and we're gonna get his ass on here one of these days on the podcast, man. I'd love to have him on
Yep.
here. As long as the next family get together, he doesn't freaking tackle me through the freaking door.
Like in a few days on Thanksgiving.
Well, if you throw me the football, bro, I don't want to be fucking speared through that plate glass window behind you, dude.
We'll be just in the house randomly. I'm gonna say, hi, can fucking shove a
Oh,
football in your stomach and it's over.
oh my
R.I.P.
God. I used to be fast, but I ain't that fast.
Well,
Thank you
fucking
guys so much for watching again. Thanks, Mike. God bless you and your family,
you
brother.
too.
Tell Shannon and everyone I said hi to my niece who's growing like a weed. She's like what, 28 years old now? I don't fucking know. Time
16,
goes
almost
by
five
so
eight,
quick. Yeah.
almost 5'8", 16. She's killing it. She's out in L.A. right now, trying to tournaments out there. So hopefully
It's the
we'll
family,
uh,
bro.
hopefully we'll get a college. We'll commit soon. She'll end up finding out where she goes real soon.
We got them athletic genes. So yeah, my niece, his daughters, and college is already looking at her like for softball, and that's just what we do, man. We're winners. That's why you gotta come join the winners, man. Come join the club. We know what the fuck we're doing. Mike, this is a great debut, man. Hopefully, you guys want to see Mike in the next one, leave it in the comment down below. Say we want Mike. Comment down below, we want Mike. I'll bring him on. We'll make our schedules work. We'll bring him on next week for the next NFL show, guys. Maybe we'll do it live. Maybe we'll record it. I don't know. There could be some lions, tigers, and bears and shit. You never know with the Skywalker DFS show.
Has to be pre-recorded, bro. This shit, like TV, you have to have a skip sensor. Sometimes my shit goes. Sometimes my mouth gets me in trouble, bro. So I'm trying to hold it back right now. Yeah, no, it's day one, bro. Like with a 10-minute notice. So, I'm trying to be chill. Next time I'll get bleeped for sure.
Guys, has anyone ever been bleeped on my channel, including myself? Who have you guys ever heard say "son of a bitch" more than me? Right. So, all right,
That's what I
guys.
say every day when I watch fucking Jimmy G. So fuck it, that motherfucker, bro. Get
Hey,
his ass off
he's
the
getting it
field.
done. He doesn't have to throw a touchdown pass. See, they still get the fucking job done.
If the motherfucker wouldn't step into the fucking pressure, he probably would be doing better. Shaky
He's too
feet, bro.
busy
Get him
trying
off
to
the
look
field.
good, trying to smile at the ladies of the crowd and shit.
Hey,
That's what.
we got fucking Kira Mia. That's all he needs. His mind's hooked on the porn star. Shit.
Yeah, I don't. You're only young once. That's all I gotta say.
Fucking guy. My life would be so much better if he was off my team.
Well, I don't have a team anymore, so fuck it. I'm a fan of everyone. So, all right,
Yeah, I
guys,
mean,
thank you so much for watching, Mike. Thank you. God bless you, man. It was great to do a show with you. We'll do it again.
yeah,
In the comments,
for
we
sure.
want Mike. Let's get this bread, guys. Don't take shit from nobody. Absolutely
Fuck no.
nobody. Mike and I are out. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.